Wiener,
Welcome back. Welcome back to the universe of the internet.
it's good to be back.
I
And
missed you.
start the clock.
The clock has begun.
Excellent. Okay. And they both have an opportunity for machine guns in the first room, or did I hallucinate?
Let's see here. No. Both
Okay.
starting off with two different rooms. Cool's getting the swordman room, whereas On the Loose is getting gangsters and machine guns.
So what would you prefer as your first room?
You know what? It's a tough. I'm gonna say machine guns for a first room. I don't always prefer the machine gun to a sword, but so we haven't talked about this. The first room of every depth, it has a more limited range of what could possibly spawn. There's actually only I think of them as the starting rooms. Your first room is never gonna have magic, and it's only ever gonna have 2 enemy types, as a way to kind of warm you up if it's your first time to the depth. And so, knowing that I only am gonna get imps alongside, I gotta say machine gun. But you know what? Cool getting that machine gun in room number 2.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he does. Well, he has the opportunity for it. And he's sticking with the spear, actually.
You know what? I can stand behind that. That one-shot spear, especially in room 2. If you've kept your combo through room 2, you can start to one-shot those imps right away.
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing a lot with these competitors the last couple of days, is that they're just not messing around at all in the very first room. So by the time they get towards the middle of the second room, they have gained that level and they're killing guys with one hit, which is not something I'm used to seeing people do.
Yep. I'd say, as levels go on and the enemies level, or the rooms go on and the enemies level up a little bit, that one-shotting won't be quite so easy. But especially in those early rooms, if you can take an early experience point lead on the enemies, that's the best way to take advantage of it, is to just mow people down with that spear.
And then we had, they're both using the fire ring liberally, because they know from experience that they are going to get it again, and they're not shy about it. I've seen a lot of people get it, in the second or third room, and then they hang on to it because they want to use it on the boss, but these guys know they're going to get it again.
Yep, I think in a run of this level, there's no time to hang on to your magic. You got to use them the moment you get them and just count on a new one coming. The only time I would stop using my magic is one room before the boss.
Yeah.
Save it for the boss.
So you still have it. Well, technology is not my friend today. I'm going to fix one other thing very quickly.
I still hear you perfect.
I'm here. I because I couldn't get the bandwidth going on my actual PC, I switched to my phone. So I'm in your channel on my phone, and then my phone.
Okay. I should have done that. That is a perfect solution to me having this little side window.
It's not a good solution.
I thought it was. Now I feel dumb. That's what you did
I
to
have
me.
no access to the chat, but I at least can see that your channel is actually in working order.
I'll read it for you. Most recently, Quad Awesome says, "Yay! It's time for Wiener."
Hello,
So
Quad
I'm glad
Awesome.
that we can make that a saying.
Thank you for joining us at least 2 nights in a row, if not 3.
Yes, indeed. Oh man, I'm excited. We are halfway through round 1 of the Big Wiener tournament.
Yes, in just 3 minutes?
Well, we're not halfway through this match. We're halfway through round 1.
Sorry, yes, round 1. So the actual structure of the Wiener tournament is we're in match 3 of round 1 right now.
Indeed.
And you will actually change the graphic on your screen next week when we're in round 2.
Yeah.
And then we will do, how many rounds in round 2? Is it 2?
No, it's still 4. We're going to have 2 matches in the loser's bracket and 2 in the winner's bracket, because no one will have been eliminated yet.
So the loser's bracket actually counts as part of round 2.
Sure, yeah.
Excellent.
So we are super neck and neck right now. Cool with a very slim advantage, like the 3 or 4 enemy speed advantage heading into the checkpoint room, but there's the door opening right there for On the Loose. I would say we've got a 5-second split. It is, and On the Loose getting that weakling room with a machine gun. That's a good opportunity to just barrel through without having to run around too much.
Yes, he is
Conversely, Cool
not
getting...
skipping a step.
Right, conversely, Cool getting that slime storm. It's a good opportunity to get a really good... I can see your chat, by the way. Yeah, slime storm, great opportunity to get an abnormal magic for this boss. So he can make that time up, but the weaklings room, especially with the gun, is a big speed advantage. We'll see if that pans out. We'll see who leaves this room first. And it is
actually, it's going to be On the Loose.
On the Loose leaving the room first. Yep.
And he gets knocked away from the boss a little bit, but he's laying into him.
Yep. Got a hug.
Couple goop
Hugs for thugs.
Knocked away again. This is On the Loose's chance to catch up. Early Puuba.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
wonder
saying.
if that was a panic move.
No, I stand by it. I'm not sure that he'll hit level 5 before that dino dies.
Yeah, I just was thinking he could have dispatched a few enemies with it as well.
Yeah, but with his bombs, wow, that's 2
Where
slime.
did he get bombs and a
slime
tuba?
storm, my friend. That's
Oh
what I'm
my
saying.
God.
The slime storm itself is a little bit slower, but it can set you up in the next room for something really special. And he was able to get 2 weapons from out of depth using those slimes in the slime storm, using them perfectly against the next boss. We have both competitors on to depth 2 already. This is absolutely anybody's race.
Yeah, they are. On the Loose was very concerned that he was not going to be able to keep pace with Cool, but I think he's been selling himself short. The amount of practice that he's been up to, and his natural skills being very absurdly fast with his fingers in a way that we've never seen. I think he has a real shot of pulling it out and winning. And also, I got the sense from Cool that he's just a bit nervous.
It's not showing. It's not showing in his play.
It
And
is
it's
not
not
showing.
I look into those eyes and I see that Ryu headband and I think World Warrior.
Oh no, I was speaking of Cool. Cool,
Oh,
actually.
Cool's
On the
got
Loose
it.
is ready to go. I think he's been very eager to jump into this. Not to say that Cool's not eager, but I did detect some nervousness when we spoke earlier.
For some reason, I never realized, like, when I got my Street Fighter headband, it's kind of one of those, oh, that's funny, I don't know what to do with it. And then you
Put it on your
remember
head.
that, like, sometimes you put cameras on yourself and you go on the internet, and that's when that headband comes into play.
Will you be wearing a lot of headgear on your stream tonight?
I will be, yes. Yes, I've got 3 hats that I'm going to stack.
That's important.
It is vital.
And immediate use of the tuba. As soon as Cool gets it, he starts to use it. And same with On the Loose. They
Open
pick up the
fire.
tuba, they use it.
Yeah. I have learned, not to preserve tubas. Tubas are fairly plentiful in Depth 2, and there's no particular enemy that is more threatening than another. Maybe Krakens. When I see Kraken, I will open fire with the tuba. But as long as the room's not about to end, that tuba's getting used almost right away. If I sense the room's about to end, that's the only time I'm going to save it.
Yeah, I tend to hang on to it. And I think that is, from watching these guys, if you're going for speed, that's a mistake.
We will disagree.
No, I was agreeing with you.
We'll agree about that, but disagree about the fact that we agree.
I agreed with you.
I disagree.
Excellent use of the bow staff to gain precious seconds when he's moving left and right.
Yes. The bow staff propeller.
One of my favorite things to do in the game is to use the bow staff as a propeller and rocket myself across the room.
Ooh, interesting call. Gives up the tuba for the barrel. Could have had them both. But you know what? With the bow staff in hand, I think you don't need the let's call it the barrel boost. I don't think you need the barrel boost when you've got a bow staff in hand. I
Yeah,
think using it for damage is the right move.
Yeah, I tend to agree. They are both in the first checkpoint room. Cool clears it just a bit before On the Loose.
Ooh, with that
clears
double
it.
damage rune, no less.
Cool has pulled ahead.
Cool getting some nice drops from RNGesus.
Yeah, one imagines that he has discovered ways to get them because he seems to always get the thing he's looking for the most.
The
In his-
bombs and tuba on the boss.
Right?
Ooh,
Like,
On
that
the
was
Loose
what's
stopping
strange.
for a checkpoint save.
Did he save?
Yeah.
Either the victory lap or the accidental punch.
I say this, by the way. I say we amend our rules in round 2 that you can resume from any checkpoint you've reached when we go to round 2 of the tournament.
That's interesting. It's gonna. It would change the way people play. They usually breeze by checkpoints.
I'd say they don't need to tag it necessarily.
Um.
Well, actually, no, that would be, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I think we should probably figure that out offline. But
Yeah,
it
that
doesn't
would be interesting.
seem-
Start with a fully powered save file that has no checkpoints.
My gut instinct is no.
Ooh, On
But I
the Loose
guess
getting
we
an
can figure it out.
invincible rune.
Invincible and moonwalking across the screen. Outstanding.
Invincible moonwalking. That's the only way to moonwalk. You didn't know, if you can moonwalk properly, and this only counts if you can do it right, nothing can hurt you. Nothing in the world.
That used to be true of Michael Jackson, but he missed a step somewhere along the way.
I don't know what you're implying.
He invented the moonwalk.
He lives down the street from me, and you know that to be true.
Oh, is that who that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael Jackson lives down the street.
I thought it was Michael Jordan. Cool is clearing a room with the tuba and gets knocked away a bit. But his motions are fairly precise.
Oh yeah.
He's striking with great purpose, and only when he really needs to. Although he's missing a bit, actually. Now that I say that,
It's alright.
shield strikes. Well, I don't know. I do get the sense that Cool's nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see. I'd say he's got a room and a half advantage right now.
Yeah, I know. He is likely to win it, but I don't know. I'm seeing him play in a way that he was not playing earlier when he was more relaxed.
Man, On the Loose just burning through these weakling ninjas with his bow staff, making short work of them, moving on to room 9. Closing the gap just a little bit between himself and Cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. They're both kind of foregoing all the other weapons so they can get their hands on bow staffs more quickly.
I am a fan of the bow staff.
I never thought would hear you say that.
No, I like it.
Okay.
Between the damage boost and the constant damage, or rather the motion
Here we
boost
go.
and constant damage.
Bombs
I'm a
on the
fan.
boss.
Whew.
Cool's burning down the second boss fairly quickly.
Yeah, look at
With
that
a
go.
single. Oh, he's picked up another bomb bag now.
He reloads. He shoots off screen to reload. Ooh, boss 2
And
down. As On the Loose makes his way into the checkpoint room. Cool just 1 second off of a personal best.
On the Loose is picking up the trash. Picking off the last remaining mobs in the room before the boss.
Grabbing that tuba. We'll see if he holds on to it for the next boss. It looks like he might.
Oh man, I didn't realize he was quite this far behind so
Yeah, about a room and a half. I think if he can burn very quickly through the next boss, well, it's going to be hard to gain ground on that. Cool burned down boss number 2 pretty darn quick, but I think it's possible to keep up. Which is all you need to do at this stage. We've got a lot of rooms to go. Yep, electing to use those tuba blasts entirely on the boss, ignoring the minions. I think that's the right move for the level he's at right now. He's at no risk of losing his level.
Got a machine gun somehow. These guys are really getting some interesting drops.
Those slimes are being their friends today. Slimes are really mixing up the game.
I'm seeing some weapon combinations on bosses that I don't see very often.
Whew, all right, both competitors on the
Cool.
third depth.
Cool in his element now with the boomerang.
Yes.
His very favorite weapon. He's somewhat reckless actually with it. Just kind of not a whole lot of dodging, a lot more aiming and shooting. But he'll take the hits.
Cavalier. That's the word. The man is cavalier.
Yes, confident actually.
Yes.
For the first time, I would say in this run, where he's doing quite well. But the first time where I see him just really kind of sailing around doing whatever he feels like.
The castle of Depth 3 is his home turf.
Yep.
Did you know that in the wild, every satyr is born with a boomerang in hand?
Is that true?
It's true, you know? It's weird, right? Because
Yeah.
they're all branded, too. They're like fresh store-bought. They come in those like hard-to-open blister packs.
Yeah, didn't we decide that they pull off, like, because they throw one horn, but they still have 2 horns on their head.
Right.
So I thought we decided that they were walking around with the horns of their fallen friends.
That, or, you know, they go through a molting season, as satyrs are wont to do. They molt their horns, and, you know, there's no reason you can't collect them. Just like, you know, when I give my dog deer antlers. No deer got harmed to collect it.
And whenever your dog throws a deer antler, it comes right back to her.
That's just a skill of my dog in particular. I can't
Banshee
promise that
head.
other dogs do that.
That's what I'm looking for. This is my favorite part. You asked me earlier what my favorite part of these runs is, and it's the first time that they use the Banshee head.
Yeah. The inaugural Banshee Blast.
Yep. It's a game changer. It's,
Ooh, On the Loose
it's
closing
one of the
the
most
gap.
absurd looking things in the game.
Very subtly, On the Loose closing the gap. So far, no one had any kind of health risk. For a moment, I was about to mention Cool might have one, but he had a couple lucky heart pickups, and I'd still say he's at no risk right now.
Yeah, I don't think Cool's gonna really get in any trouble until Depth 5 when
that's gonna be
there's
swing.
you're invincible.
Yeah.
That's essentially full health.
Yep.
He's gonna just pick up hearts really quick now. On the Loose, his health is very high.
Yeah, the faster you go, the more an invincible rune almost serves as like a full heal. Because you got so many opportunities for drops without taking that damage.
Yeah, especially invincible with the Morning Star. It's pretty pretty exciting.
Yeah, but on the loose, closing that gap. We're looking at a one-room split again.
And you can see him cursing. He's
1.5 rooms.
Some of our streamers leave their cam on, and some don't leave it on or don't have one. But on the loose is a streamer who prefers to have his cam on, and we can see him. He was kind of cursing an imp there for a second.
He focuses like me. I'll say it. Like I do. He's doing a very specific lip thing, and that's what I do when I'm concentrating.
Do you think he's possibly muttering under his breath?
I would be.
Yeah.
Stupid imps that are
That is
wearing
the-
butt boomerangs with your tickle parties.
Yeah, he's gonna save that, but for how long?
Both competitors.
Probably use it in this room right away. There you go. Oh, and a tough guys. It's an interesting choice to use Banshee Hit on a room full of tough guys, but he had it
I
already
think it's
kind of going.
perfect actually, because their additional hit points means there's going to be no gaps in waste in dealing that damage. You know, if the weaker the enemy, the more you're going to lose time for their respawn between their deaths. But those tough guys are going to soak all that DPS the whole time.
Fair enough, yeah, but if you're trying to gain levels, it's better to kill more enemies faster than it is to kill few enemies with high hit points more slowly.
Sure. Well, no, that pans out.
I guess I like the Banshee Head because to me it means I'm going to gain a level usually.
The Kerplosion room. On the loose, getting the Kerplosion room. A good opportunity to come back and a good weapon to have in this room. He should be able to one-shot. He should be able to one-shot all those goblins with the Morningstar right now. So every goblin that survives his explosive blast is going to die almost immediately from that Morningstar. Ooh, I would have saved the damage pickup for room number 2, given that he's already one-shotting everything. But he's already on his way, so we'll still see that damage rune pay off.
Cool.
He's got to jump. This is the perfect time to jump in there and take full advantage. Reckless abandon.
Well, you mean the double damage rune and a spear?
Yup.
That is a guaranteed one-hit kill, even if you're like a level down.
Mm-hmm. Perfect time to just send Valkyries back to Valhalla.
It's like Valentine's Day in that room.
Now I'm sad because it
Heart
reminded
tip.
me I never got a card.
I choose you.
Oh. Why is that the only card that anybody knows? That's the only one I can cite.
I don't know, because it's the epitome of the goofy Valentine's Day card, I guess. Or because Ralph is so sad.
Hey girl, I heard you didn't have a Valentine's date, so I made this video game for you.
Have you ever tried that?
I've never tried that. I don't think it would work.
Yeah.
I'll give a glance to my wife. She's giving me the no look. I don't think it'll work. I don't think she finds it romantic. I think you have to look like what's his name, handsome guy, for it to work.
Who are you picturing when you say handsome name?
What's handsome guy's name? You know who I mean.
Is it Matthew
Ryan
McConaughey?
Gosling. Just
I
as Ryan
see.
Gosling.
Sure. What if we could have like Ryan Gosling's face with Matthew McConaughey's abs, though? Can we do that?
But I want to have Mega Man's body.
Okay.
Nothing does it for me like a gun arm.
That doesn't work.
Or Barrett. I can go for Barrett or Mega Man, but I need a P cannon on the forearm.
Both gladiators bouncing around with pogo sticks right now.
It's a
Both
bouncy
of them
moment
doing
in
it
time.
properly. Both of them not wasting their pogo.
These bellows, these chimney sweeps can be a real pain in the butt if you don't have the right weapon to deal with them. On the loose, choosing to go with the bellows and you fight fire with fire or smoke with smoke, it pays off. He definitely makes up some ground there.
So Cool just started room 11. Is that?
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
We're looking at
So less
just
than a
over a
full
one-room split.
I think it's less than a full room.
All right, I'll play your game.
All right.
Give it to you this time.
On the loose is trying to use the slingshot like a normal human, and not hit it so fast with his. He has cyborg fingers. And he's able
I'm going to
hit
share this. So,
pretty fast.
On the loose was questioning why sometimes pine cones weren't coming out when he fanned the shoot button. He was firing faster than the animation could handle, basically pushing the shoot button again before the release frame of the animation, and so no bullet was coming out. He was aborting the shot. Nobody had ever done that until On the Loose did it today, showing that he's like a gunslinger. He's got the fastest hands on the internet.
And he claims he's not using any kind of turbo controller, but even people with them are not able to keep up with him. He's got some kind of weird double thumb or something. I don't know how he's doing it.
Quintuple jointed.
Yeah. Love to see a sprint mode, sprint rune.
How do
drop
you get a
in
sprint rune?
speedrun.
Yep.
we're about to start the third boss.
Ooh, unlucky miss on the barrel for On the Loose. But he's making quick work of these enemies. I think that was just icing on the cake.
Let's see. Oh, somehow with bombs again on a boss. And he is on the third boss.
He is with bombs again.
Cool's got a method of spawning bombs. I don't. Is he just using magic so that he can hang on to the bombs or something?
That's possible.
And the third boss is down. These guys make our bosses look way easier than they are. Most people are pulling out their hair during our boss fights. These guys are just laughing at them.
These guys are going in with strong builds today into the boss rooms. I'm excited to see what On the Loose is going to bring. I feel like we're seeing boss fights that have never happened till now.
Yeah, I have seen a couple people have bombs somehow during the third boss, but it's pretty rare. Pogo stick, which I thought generally, in fact, actually, let's talk about this. On the Loose has a pogo stick room,
and he's going to be able to keep a pogo stick for the boss.
Yeah, and I actually saw him do this earlier. You see what he's got there? He's got his fire staff saved up.
Perfect combination.
He's not going to use that fire staff until the boss, and he's going to immediately cast the fire staff and pogo the boss over and over and over again. Probably get him down in like 12 seconds.
Yep. I feel like
picking up the pogo
if
stick.
I've got my option, hammers or pogo sticks with holy water or firing. I would say holy water for me.
Here we go.
Firing. Let's see it.
Firing and pogo stick combination, and the boss.
And let's watch the boss just die. That combination. Whoa, that is making up some ground.
It's not easy to keep the wherewithal to know to get those weapons and then to hang on to them. And honestly, there's a lot of luck involved in actually getting a pogo stick for that boss. So
that
good
was
job.
The greatest moment of my life.
Was it?
The fact that we could watch that happen.
I actually saw him do that earlier, but he nailed it just now.
Yeah.
Did not miss a hit.
It reminds me of if you can get Billiam to shoot those laser eyes when you pick up a hammer. That's just the golden combination. That you can count on Billiam losing half his health bar on that.
Yeah, double damage with the hammer, and then
double damage
when he's headed towards his laser eyes, and you body block him so he can't get there. Slime Storm is a joke. Too cool. He's not phased.
No, not even paying them any mind. For as much as the slimes have paid off for him, Ulrich commenting on that boss kill from On the Loose, best boss kill ever. Like, I don't even remember if we saw a boss. He was there and he was gone.
Yeah, you know what? Elric is one of the people I've seen use a pogo stick on that boss, and I believe he would know it was possible to have the firing, but I don't know if he often has had it. Oh. And then, so On the Loose is choosing to use the yo-yo against the jailers, the super punchers.
That would be
I
my
usually
pick.
grab the punch gloves.
You know what, for normal, I would definitely go with the yo-yo. I feel like on hardcore, with the enemy's added health, you've got a lot more opportunity to make a knocked back enemy impact another one for that doubled and tripled up damage. But if you're killing them in 1 and 2 hits, I find it more of an irritant that you're knocking the enemies further away from you for that follow-up punch.
Yeah, you've mentioned that before. I know that you're right. If you're actually, well, let's put it this way: if you are de-leveled, punch gloves are a bit more of an advantage than
they're a comeback weapon, or they're a weapon for those who are underpowered.
Exactly.
Whether that be because you're on a harder mode, or because you are a handsome man.
Look at that expert use of the holy water by Cool. I see a lot of people miss with it or not quite get the mechanic, but he just dropped it where he knew that the Valkyries were going to be, and then he kind of coerced them into walking right through it.
There you go again.
Yep, there he goes.
The Valkyries
That's what he's doing. He knocked
finding
him back
the holy
into
water, a devastating combo.
It's really tough to pull off, actually. It takes a lot of memorization of the Valkyrie.
Oof! Getting another double damage rune.
Right.
It's Christmas in Cool Town.
Is it Christmas in Cool Town?
Yeah. Oh, with the Morning Star, this room is going to be done before the rune is.
Wow. So now he's level 3 in room 6. Oh, he's almost level 4. If he gets to level 4 in this room, which he's definitely going to do,
there it is.
He's officially like ahead of the curve at this point, and he's going to stay ahead.
I see no reason to believe that he will drop his combo.
Yeah, he's doing too much damage now. He's got to really try to screw up.
I'm betting we're not going to have combo risk in this run until the Billiam room.
That's something we haven't actually talked about almost at all during any of the competition so far, because none of the contestants have really had trouble maintaining their combo. But I was expecting like some of our commentary would be about the fact that now he's stuck and he's got to catch up because he can't maintain his combo. Everybody's got these insanely high combo numbers, and people are not dropping levels at all during this competition. I guess at this level of play you wouldn't expect it.
I will say that's one thing that strategically I think is really interesting about hardcore. Hardcore is much harder to full combo, and as a result, your speed pays off in a much bigger way. When it's not possible to break the curve, your ranking on that curve matters a little bit more. You know what I mean? So doing just 5% better than someone here might mean that neither of you drop your combo. But doing 5% better in a hardcore run can definitely mean that one of you's got less experience and levels to work with.
I'm just watching him paint these, watching Cool paint. Now they're both painting interesting patterns with their fire trail.
I think he's trying to make a puppy, or it's a clown. It's a balloon. It's a balloon knot.
Wow. Okay. Good job.
But on the loose, really burning through these enemies.
He is, yeah. He's got, he is now also what I would refer to as being ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
In fact, like, yeah, he is a little bit ahead of the curve. He's exactly where Cool was, level-wise and sort of combo-wise at this stage about a minute ago.
Sending all of these demons back to their graves.
Is that where they are? Are they in a grave?
I feel like they came from a grave. I mean,
is their grave just that same room, so they're just kind of sending them back onto the floorboards?
Get back down there. Well, the puppies dive in from the top, right? So he's sending them back up to depth 3?
They get to play a little bit of whack-a-mole.
On the Loose saying, Elric saying, let's see if On the Loose gets a Puuba on the 4th boss, because On the Loose is a boss slayer.
He is a boss slayer, and I know that he knows about the Puuba. I actually feel like I've been spreading
double
a little
damage again right there for On the Loose.
Bit of misinformation about the Puuba. It's only amazing on the 4th boss if you are at least level 9 and you don't miss whatsoever. It's actually kind of risky time-wise.
I think it's risky time-wise to go for that level 9.
What? No, you start at level 9 if you're doing really well.
Then I'm a big dum-dum who's as dumb as a butt.
He might be.
Ooh, yes. On the Loose getting the whack-a-mole room.
Yep.
I am a big fan of the whack-a-mole room. That's my favorite way to handle it.
I was predicting that a minute ago that we'd see some whack-a-mole action if he kept his hammer, which he did.
He is.
And he's precariously placed, and he's eating one hit at least from Banshees.
Yep. It's worth a trade.
Yeah, I would do it. The whack-a-mole game is almost complete.
So now at the halfway point of the run, how has this run compared with your expectations?
I'd say it's in keeping with my expectations. I feel that On the Loose is definitely an underdog in this fight, but for some reason I'm expecting him to pull out a miracle and dethrone Cool. Because he's a competitor, he's got that red headband on, and he has come to fight.
Can I admit that I was going to make a Camp Rock lyrical reference right there, and I realized that no one would get it?
Do you understand, like, even I won't get it at this point? Like, we worked on a project related to that film 6 years ago, and I don't remember anything about it, so... Make your reference, let's see.
He's too cool for his shades.
I barely know. That was a Zac Efron song. No, he's not even in that movie.
It's yeah, he's not in
Demi Lovato?
He's in HSM 3.
Right. She was the one that was too cool for her shade? I thought it was a guy.
Oh, no, you're right, it's the bad guy.
Yeah.
She's actually too cool for her dress now that I think about it. She's too cool for her dress. These shades don't fit her head.
Yeah, I don't know.
Banshee time.
So Cool is now 3 rooms ahead of On the Loose.
Widening that gap just a little bit. If surmountable is a word, then it's still that thing. But it's getting tougher as time goes on.
Yeah. Well, Cool's got to make a mistake. And I've been saying that. That's kind of what I've been trying to get at here. Is that On the Loose can win this if Cool makes mistakes. Because Cool's, for some reason, his only real competition on the leaderboards so far ever has been... I'm going to call him Galkife now, because if you check the leaderboards, he is not the other thing anymore. He actually changed his name,
Oh, yeah?
changing the face of our leaderboards.
He is
because he was all over
synchronized?
the top of them.
Oof. Yes, using that Morningstar against those chainsaws. Oh, and it wears out. I was going to say for those quick one-hit kills. Yeah.
I do like to see a chainsaw with a speed rune, and I don't know if it's even the most practical thing. It's just rewarding.
I like the chainsaw. I like it. I like that it puts out good DPS and is really good for corralling enemies. Like, when I can get 2 or 3 enemies all on the end of a machine gun, that to me feels high efficiency. Optimized, if you will.
Well, you have the soul of a sheepdog. You've always enjoyed corralling creatures.
I mean, I have the soul of many things.
Right,
When
but
people
I
find
mean,
out, they'll burn me
like,
as
when
a
we go to
witch.
CVS, I turn my back and I turn around, and you've actually created like a group of people that are afraid to go outside of like a little circle that you've created.
Right. I
Just
like
with
to
your
protect 'em.
weird, erratic behavior and your kind of gesticulating, like they don't know what to do, and that's good. That's good bulldog behavior.
Do you think they're afraid to leave
Sheep.
it because I'm keeping them safe, or because they're afraid of what I'll do?
See, that's the same with sheep. Is like they're not really thinking about it. They just do what the dog says. It's easier.
Right. It's easier than thinking about it.
Yeah. So same with chainsaws. Although I don't recommend doing, first of all, what I just said that you do, but also
Terrorizing
not,
innocents?
definitely not with a chainsaw.
Oh man, cool. Fighting boss 3 with that fire collar. Let's see if he uses the advanced fire collar strat if the Murdercutioner comes in to blow some fire. He might die before he ever does. There it is.
I think he's gonna.
and there's
He's
the
launching it
advanced
right
strat.
there. Boss
There
4
it
down.
is.
Boss 4 dispatched
Boss
by a
4
fire.
down.
That was not necessary either. He just kind of did it because probably doesn't have a good use for it in the next room.
OMG,
That was
the
just gonna get
damage,
something else.
the speed, the kappa.
I'm gonna try one more time to get chat up on my phone, and then oh, there it is. I can actually see
You can
chat.
see Elric. That's I paraphrased.
Ooh, that banshee head. Do you think he should have gotten it?
You know what?
My chat is not up to date.
No, that's it. That's the most recent.
Who has a banshee head?
Well, somebody just went past it.
Oh, should he have gotten it?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm good at nothing.
No, you're good at some things. We'll find them one day. Burn! That's my goal.
not
Is
the
once
internet.
per
Whatever
stream,
it
I'm gonna
is, I'm
shout
good
burn.
at.
It's gonna be my thing. I'm gonna popularize it because no one has ever said that to date.
What, saying burn? when you
Yeah,
burn?
I'm gonna bring it back or bring it for the first time
Oh, it's already been
or
brought.
bring it away. It's heavy
And
lifting.
on the loose is clearing the room right before the 4th boss.
Mhm.
Just got a couple more guys to plow through, and then we will see
Hoping
his.
he gets.
Does
this
not have
one.
his tuba.
I'm hoping he pulls a unicorn horn. There we go. Unicorn horn right before the end. Good. That
Just
could have
gonna
been a
launch it
problem
right
if he
into
had
him.
to hunt for one in this next room.
Missed a couple early hits there, but he is doing great damage. He is level 9. Needs to be level 9. His combo is 355. He has not dropped it once.
I think he's gonna full combo this full run.
There we go.
That's my prediction.
Boss
Ready?
is
3,
down.
2, 1. Oof! All right, boss 4 down. With a PB on depth 4 from On the Loose.
Nice.
Got to get them PBs. Got to make peanut butter sandwiches with them.
Is that what that stands for?
That's what that stands for. Everybody's hunting to get that delicious PB. It also stands for Princess Bubblegum.
We've got a perfect room for hugging right here. We have a weaklings room with a fire staff. For cool. He's not.
Running
He's
out of
choosing not the
hugs.
hug.
Yeah.
He's using his projectiles instead.
So what do you think, personally, about the fire trail hug technique?
I don't. The fire trail hug or the fire.
The fire trail
circle?
hug. I will sometimes and my health on the line and hug enemies with the fire trail, even knowing it'll have that delay. Take
So
a
you
few
don't-
extra hits to pour out that DPS.
You mean that you stand against them so that they are actually standing on the
I
stacked up
basically
trail?
I give them the shoulder bump, like a bully
Right.
on the street. I just shoulder bump them and walk away and count on
You
the
know,
DPS
I-
killing them before I'm gone.
I've seen you do it. I'm not particularly good at timing that to actually happen, so I usually just take a hit and get knocked away. But when I've seen you do it, especially on a boss, it is very effective, at least for you.
Elric M, one of our other competitors, joining the classy crew of On the Loose. Hashtag classy crew. And following cool. Triggering that star.
Yeah. I do really like that on Twitch. So when people actually take the time for their stream to put graphics for subscriptions and for follows,
On the Loose keeps
So-
it classy. That's what he does.
he does keep it classy.
He's nothing if not classy.
So now the previously 3-room spread has been reduced to a 2-room spread, probably because of the relative length of the rooms.
I don't know about that. The rooms aren't getting longer. I think
Well,
their skills are... I mean, you got to remember that On the Loose just got a PB on that last depth.
he did. And when I've said this before about Depth 5, it's not that the rooms get longer, but the enemies do have more hit points, relatively, and I find that it takes me just slightly longer to kill them. I know everything's
Sure.
balanced, but
No,
these
that's
rooms
accurate.
do tend to stretch on.
That is accurate. Especially with the fully max save file, the Depth 5 enemies are going to have a bit more hit points than the enemies anywhere else. As compared to the first depth, they probably have almost 3 times as many hit points.
Right. And of course, you're starting with your very powerful fists or whatever weapon you have, but it does kind of just take just a fraction of a second longer to chip them their health away.
Oh, we're going to get some sprinty hugs on the Loose. Just that quick run-by hug. No time to really... Ooh, opting not to sprinty hug.
Saving his hugs.
Alright. What did he pull here? He pulled Berserkers? Psychos. You can see them being all psycho.
It's kind of a room you don't see all that often in room 6 of Depth 5 is the trees and Kraken's room with some archers thrown in.
Sure, I was going to say that in On the Loose's room, pulling a special rule, pulling those psychos in room 4, that's an early pull for a special room. That's low probability right there. As
Is
you
that
know,
good? It's kind of bad because
I'd say it's
he's going to
good.
get another. He's
I
going to
would-
get another special room for
I'm
sure.
good with
maybe
that.
2.
Not all of the special rooms are necessarily... They're all harder, but they may not be slower. So I've said it before, I'll say it again, but I will happily take a Berserker room or Psycho room in a speedrun. Yes, they're more aggressive, but it's another example of I will trade my health for time.
Sure. So if at this point, what does On the Loose need to pull ahead and actually beat Cool? Does he need a Weakling room and a Speedster room?
You know what? Both of those things will help. I'm going to say, right now Cool's rocking the extra combo rune. There's not much help to that in a normal difficulty speedrun. So, one good rune could make a really big dent, whether it be double damage ideally, otherwise Invincible can make a big dent. He's still hanging on to that hug magic, so Invincible plus some hugs could really put a dent in the time. Ulrich, I'm loving listening to Cool's button mashing technique. We're going to have to buy him a new keyboard at the end of the tournament.
Yeah, Cool's mic is it's hot, shall we say. I was in his chat earlier, and every time he presses the buttons, you can hear it like at the same volume of his speaking voice.
Mhm.
And he opted to keep it that way because I think he wants to show off really just how hard he's hitting the keyboard to get all
He's
these...
filled with deep-seated rage that no one can quell.
I don't think it's rage at all. I mean, I know you're kidding, but he's actually one of the most enthusiastic gamers I've ever met. He really first of all, he enjoys playing this game, but secondly, he's just like a really all-around nice fellow. Throws his heart into stuff. So
Would you say, generally speaking, he's pretty cool?
yes, I wish. Bomb bag
It's a terrible
for
thing to call
Cool.
a person.
It seems like his favorite weapon. Although I know it to be the boomerang. He's used a lot of bomb bags this run and eschewed many other weapons to keep the bomb bag.
On the Loose, electing not to spam tubas at the tuba player.
Yeah, I've seen people do that. It never quite sinks in with me. Like I know that they know that there are tubas lying on the ground, so they can use the tuba that they have. But
Like
I think actually the prevailing thought in the moment when you see something like that is I can kill this guy faster with the weapon I'm holding. And
yeah,
maybe that's
and
true.
that can be
maybe
true.
it's not.
The perfect time for me to get a tuba is in a treant room. Kill out 3 or 4 of those treants at a time because they tend to spawn in groups. But if I see a tuba player, I'm pulling the trigger on the tuba. I'm pulling the trigger, and it's a gamble, but I'm gambling I'm going to get a new one back. Better to spill out that DPS than to risk having to leave the room with the tuba on the ground.
Yeah.
In my humble opinion.
No, I'll buy that. Sometimes I see them actually leave tubas on the ground, and not use the tuba that they have, and it's because I think they think they can kill the guy faster with the weapon they're holding.
I would prefer that no one die. I would prefer that we just live in peace, unhold hands.
The tuba should be a peaceful thing. We've turned it into an implement of war because we're bad people.
Tuba has always been a dangerous weapon. The power to play music is the power to sway hearts and minds.
And always a danger of creating the brown note by mistake.
Cool, getting a rum and booty raid right now, mid-tournament from Shidami.
I do not know what a rum and booty raid is, but I know enough about Twitch to know that a raid means that a bunch of people from a different channel are coming to see this channel.
It means that I'm going to flip the camera back onto you and you've got to show your booty.
No, it doesn't.
I look, I didn't make the rules.
What's going to be really interesting here is if this is a sizable raid, or even if it's not a particularly sizable raid, he's going to have a whole bunch of people come to his
to
channel
try to talk to
and distract the hell out of him. Which is, it's a good thing. It's especially if he's more of a streamer, like a full-time streamer or somebody who wants to maintain their free time by constantly streaming. I've only ever seen him stream this game, but that is not to say that he's not also a streamer.
Ooh, strong combination.
Really, you want people to come to your room and say hi, but maybe it's distracting.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to get an invincible rune, On the Loose has it the perfect time for me right now.
Oh my god.
He's got Bellows and Fire Trail in the dreaded Bellows and Fire Trail room. With the Invincible, that's when I want the Invincible. Just let all the DPS, all the clouds of dot that I'm putting out, melt things down, while I can just ignore and make sure that the room stays scary. Invincible running out right as he leaves, perfect timing. Ulrich agrees, we want Dave's booty, so I'm just throwing that out there.
I'm not seeing them say that.
I am seeing them say that.
I say, I don't know. All I see is rum and booty raid.
Oh, you're not looking at the right room, my friend.
Damn.
But, you know what? We haven't had a lot of whip action today, and this is some of the first whip action of the day.
That's actually true, and we didn't see any whipping yesterday, really. Just very, very briefly we saw some whipping.
It was some divergent strategy from our competitors. Some of our competitors love that whip action. Love it. And I think we're finding that these two gents today prefer to go with a more traditional approach.
Well, I know for a fact that On the Loose is going to prefer any weapon that allows him to spam. The whip does that. So if his only obstacle to defeating something is how fast he can press the button, he's going to be fine.
Ulrich stating the truth. That was an amazing dog and bellow room for On the Loose.
Absolutely.
Very true.
And I talked all through it about the politics of raids, because I get excited whenever a raid happens.
I'd rather you talk about the politics of dance.
I know a lot less about that.
Or the policy of truth.
I know a bit about that. What's in that cocoon? I want to know.
What is in the cocoon?
He's not gonna hit it.
Have you named the gentleman who lives in the cocoon?
No.
Boom! Opening that cocoon. Oh, he's dead.
Oh, it was Chauncey.
People need food.
We finally get to see Chauncey, and he's in the cocoon.
I totally forgot that people need food.
Do they? Did you eat food?
I started to eat food. I have half-eaten food in the other room.
Eh.
I don't mean half-digested. That would be gross. It's not like bilious and gross. It's just there's half a plate of food in the other room.
Cool. Room 17 On the Loose. Room 13. It does seem that Cool is definitely likely to win this, but anything could happen still.
Yeah, it's anybody's ball game. You know what? I see this going the distance and going to the scorecards.
Do we have scorecards?
We do have scorecards. Let me check the Letterman card and see what they're at right now. It's currently 64-60 for Cool, but that's not a very big gap. We've got at least 5 rounds to go.
You're watching like a boxing match right now, right?
I'm not, but in my brain, this is a boxing match right now.
If this were a boxing match, what would be the state of each contestant right now? Each combatant?
You know, I think they're both sitting pretty right now. I don't think we've got any major wounds. I think we're a little bit bruised up on both competitors. On the Loose, taking a hit right there, maybe like a small mouse forming, but it's nothing his cut man can't handle. I think he's going to get put back together and come back all the stronger. He's going to pull a Rocky filled with, love for everyone in his heart.
I'd say conversely, Cool has actually found a second win without actually having lost his first one. He's picking up a little bit of speed here, even for him.
You're saying he's gassy, just to be
I
clear.
know, I'm saying he's somehow he activated the nitro. He's going even faster than he was previously.
Drive.
That's what I'm looking for. Took his heart pills.
He's hitting the NAS? I'm cool.
Oh, room 19. We are essentially at Billiam now.
Yeah, we are one room away from Big Bill Hammerson. Yeah, I'm calling it. We've got 5 minutes left in this before we see a winner happen.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm not just saying this to create tension. I do believe that there's always a 50-50 chance of anything happening.
You do believe that, even
Billiam
in
is such a troll, and there are a few opportunities for Cool to be defeated or just significantly delayed during the fight. But I have to say that at this point, there's a 90% chance of a 50-50 chance of Cool winning this.
And Billiam is on display. He's entered the room. Tell me, Dave, what is for you the scariest attack that Billiam can perform?
His Super Saiyan attack, or when he psychs himself up and turns red, it guarantees a counterattack, which I actually enjoy watching. So I always I hit him with a melee so that he'll knock me back. But it should be the most intimidating. It should be the scariest part.
What do I think is scariest? I think his 3-hit melee combo is one of the scariest things he does for me.
Well, the 15-second disappear is kind of scary too, because you're realizing you don't know where he is at that point.
He could be anywhere. In the Phantom Zone.
Did you see the way that Cool kept his level there? He cornered Billiam, laid into him with the Banshee head, but had the wherewithal to turn it on the enemies right when his combo meter got low.
Cool pouring out that damage.
It seems that Billiam is getting stronger. It's actually taking him a really long time. And in the meantime, On the Loose is now in room 17, using boomerangs to make short work of enemies. But I don't think that's going to be enough.
Are we going to see Billiam get off one more?
Billiam is down. And
Billiam is down.
46-minute run or thereabouts at 8:46. Cool is the winner.
42:42 on the Cool clock.
Yeah. But on our clock, it's 46.
Cool clocking that time like a real champion.
Yeah,
on
look
the
at
loose,
him.
going the distance. Boom.
So let's do what we haven't done for the last couple of nights, is maybe add Cool to the call.
I can do that.
Or I don't want to be rude if On the Loose is listening to us, but I know that we hung up on him.
We hung up on both gens, yeah.
I don't know if he has our stream open though, and that maybe seems rude to have the winner in the chat. Or in the
I'm gonna call an audible. I'm gonna say I'll do it just cause. So there. Boom. Not that you saw that on my stream or anything.
I didn't.
But on the loose, not far behind, still making up ground.
19.
So flying through rooms.
Got a chance to set maybe a personal best.
Could definitely be.
Not sure.
And it's worth bearing in mind that On the Loose, or Bite, not winning his first round up, was up against a fierce competitor, and beyond that, will still be placed into the second round of the losers bracket, which is an opportunity to come back and win. So anybody can still win this tournament.
In fact, I think we should start referring to it as the other winners bracket.
The secondary winners bracket.
Because he hasn't lost. No one has yet lost the competition. It's a double elimination, and we're made just to keep things fair. Everybody has really a second chance.
Would you say it's accurate?
Full of second chances.
Would you say it's accurate to call it the big wiener bracket and the other wiener bracket? Ooh, look at that! Look at that firing against Billiam.
And a machine gun, which you don't see too often.
Yeah, that's an interesting combination.
Wow.
Making sure he gets full use of all those bullets, but really risking his level and risking weapon drops to do it. Yeah, On the Loose being aggressive, it's an interesting strategy. He's risking losing that level 10, but if he doesn't lose it, then obviously he'll get that faster kill on Bill.
He is destroying him with this hammer.
Yeah, that level 10 hammer is potent. We just got to make sure that he doesn't drop to level 9, because that's the only way that strategy won't pay off. He's riding that line pretty fine now.
You know, I would say at this point it's a foregone conclusion, but there is an outside chance that On the Loose could get killed. He's letting his health get very low.
It's close, but I think Billiam is weak enough to...
Billiam is down.
Boom! Billiam is down. You can see that sigh of relief from On the Loose.
Cool. Welcome to Skype.
Hi guys.
And congratulations to you, sir.
Thanks. Oh my god, I'm very exhausted. You should have seen the amount of screwing up I did, which was weird.
On the Loose, taking a victory lap of sorts and rubbing in our face that the pellets don't come out when you push the button that fast.
Yep.
Sorry, Cool, to interrupt.
No, it's okay. I'm not really talking. Just listening.
Let's add him too?
Yes, indeed. Yes, I was making sure he was comfortably past anything he might want to scope
Yeah,
out.
cool. Excellent run. Was that a personal best for you or no?
I had no personal best at all this run because my personal best are so fast already. I can't see how I can improve on them unless I get super lucky.
Oh,
So you're
man.
having trouble competing against yourself. As
On the
well.
loose, though, setting a new
Yeah,
personal
pretty much.
best.
On the loose, are you on the call?
Not
Hey.
yet. Oh, Harriet.
Welcome. So I don't know if you were able to hear. Cool actually won this round,
I
this
figured.
match.
But it was super close. What would you say that was? A 90-second split?
Thereabouts.
Yeah.
Oh,
Super
man.
Close.
Cool, you're so fast. How do you do it? What are your hacks? Give them to me.
Hex, yeah, I wish I knew myself. I just don't even know what I'm doing half of the time, so to speak.
Oh man.
That was very well raised. I didn't even know where you were, so I was quite worried.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The whole time I was all like, I hope he died. I hope he died.
Oh no.
Just like, or something bad. Just nothing good.
So the race starts off with a good luck, but it very quickly becomes please die, please die.
Yeah. Please. I know I'm gonna lose. Cool is so fast.
Oh man, yeah, well, it's definitely congratulations to Cool, but beyond that, you know, just once again, on loose Brandon heading to the second bracket, so it's still anybody's tournament. You can still come back and win the whole thing.
Oh man, I'm coming
fact,
back.
you guys-
Cool.
I'm hoping
You may
for
you may
I'm
get a
hop-
rematch.
I'm hoping for rematch in the finals.
Man,
Oh,
that's
man.
good.
Bracket.
Let's hope that happens. Whew.
That would be amazing.
I hope so.
So what do you guys? How are you guys feeling after this? Like after having this this great experience be just recently passed. I know you're both very nervous, looking forward to it. What are your calm down feelings now?
Just
Yep.
Sigh of relief.
yeah, pretty much.
How do you
Playing
bra-
by yourself versus playing against someone else is completely different.
Yeah? What are the lessons learned? Educate us and whoever's watching for the next matches.
Well, I think I got too worried about how he was doing and not focused enough on what I was doing, because sometimes I'd be like circling an enemy trying to hit him. So I'm all like, someone sitting there like, I hope he's dying, I hope something else, I hope I'm going fast enough, and just like circling around an enemy trying to hit him.
What do I do?
Doesn't
What
work,
do I do?
you know? You gotta focus on yourself.
Yeah. Gotta make sure you're on your own A game.
Yeah, focus. That's the one thing. I had my phone open with my chat open, so I tried to get focused, but then I still got distracted anyway.
Yeah. I think
like-
Elric is sharing the one true strategy in chat right now. His new strategy is how to beat Cool. He's gonna train his Doug to jump into your game and trip your character.
Thanks for the follow, Danny.
Oh, I wish I could train my Doug to do that.
We should all do that. That's a good strategy.
If I was in the same room, I would have been like punching him and throwing him against the wall. I would have done so much.
Yeah.
Good thing you're not in the same room as me.
Yeah, it was swinging back and forth a lot. Like it, I think Cool got an early lead, and at one point it was 2 rooms, and then you took it back down to same room, and then it went up a little bit, down a little bit, and definitely the first time we had any really meaningful gap was just in that final room.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
So
On the
Cool.
last floor, that was brutal.
What were each of you guys' best rooms in your opinion in the run, if you can remember? What was your best
Well-
room?
Only Devs 2, that's for sure, because it was the only one that was remotely close to my personal best. The rest were all bleh.
I like the bleh.
Yeah. The bleh is safe.
I think my best depth really was, I think the 4th one I got a new record on. I went from like 10th to 5th or 6th now.
Yeah.
So that made me feel all special.
Definitely. All the more intimidation for round 2.
Exactly. I'm speeding up during the competition, guys.
So, I mean, I guess I'll let you guys go. I'm sure you've got, games to play and practice to do and stream to stream.
Oh
But-
yeah.
But you'll both be back probably next week for the next round.
Yeah.
Right?
Just tell me when.
All right. Cool.
All right. So I think as soon as we find out who wins tomorrow, we'll know all the matchups and we'll plan them for for next week, and maybe even try to do maybe 2 a day or something. See if we can really get this sucker going.
Do it.
Yeah.
Alright, with game on. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Can you try not to schedule my matches on?
Oh yes.
Friday.
Yeah.
I think Friday evening is Friday and Saturday are off for me. Your evenings.
Okay. What works for you? Is whatever you guys want to do. We're good with.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you guys.
Okay.
Oh, and before I hang up the broadcast, anybody who isn't yet following On the Loose or K3W3L, cool. Definitely give them a follow and say hello. So later, guys. Thank you so much. I will
Bye,
play the
guys.
brackets tonight.
Wiener.
Wiener indeed. That's the new greeting. So we're on for just another minute. I figured we'd just say a quick goodbye. But again, what time is tomorrow's matchup, Dave? We have a matchup tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Tomorrow's matchup is a bit earlier. It's going to be at 4 p.m. because Swiftmo is in Central Time and he works at 10 p.m. his time. So he needed to be done by, let's say, 8. So we're starting at 6 p.m. Central, which is 4 p.m. PST.
Awesome. That'll be the final match of round 1. We'll know what our round 2 matchups look like. So I'll update the brackets right now. Definitely, you can check them out at puuba.com/tourney, or you can just follow Twitter, where I am tracking this whole tournament. So good night, everybody on the internet, and good night, Dave.